High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darling's Auto Group. You'll do better at Darling's. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College, one college, many possibilities. Visit emcc.edu. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Angelo's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Pucksport Hannaford, Mainly Audio, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Husson University, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. Let's get you out to the game.
Hello everyone and welcome to historic Doyle Field here in Brewer, the site of tonight's Class C football matchup. Getting it going a little earlier tonight with a 6 o'clock start between the undefeated Hermon Hawks, 5-0, one of the more impressive teams so far in Class C, take on the Brewer Witches, who are trying to snap a 3-game losing skid here tonight. Welcome in to the Darlings pregame show. I'm Mark Paulette, joined in the broadcast booth by Chris Hoare. And let's get this one underway, Chris, by taking a look at the Class C standings. Of course, it is the statewide division here in 2025. Hermon, one of the 3 unbeaten teams at the top, alongside Greeley and a Gardner team, which we saw a couple of weeks ago right here at Doyle, taking down the Brewer Witches. Meanwhile, for Brewer, I mentioned the story coming into tonight. They started off the season 2-0. They've been shut out in 2 straight games, trying to snap a 3-game skid and get their first win on Doyle Field this season.
Yeah, this would be a very, obviously a huge win for a Brewer if they can pull this one off. It's an uphill task with Hermon being as explosive as they are. Brewers last week, they traveled all the way to New Hampshire to play an away game, lost 10-0. So they're looking for a good chance to come back and have a big victory for them.
Which is certainly excited to be back here at Doyle tonight after the long trip a week ago. That look at the standings, presented by Acadia Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor, and a new location coming to Brewer. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. Ticket TV coverage presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a deer. We're also presented by your local family-owned McDonald's. Extra value meals are officially back. McDonald's is making bold moves to put value back on the menu so you can save when you make your favorites a meal. Whether you love the Big Mac, crave the Quarter Pounder with cheese, or can't get enough McNuggets, there's a value meal for you. Stop by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer, to find offers you won't want to miss. We have a doubleheader tonight on Ticket TV. Getting ready for this one at 6 across the river. It'll be the Bangor Rams hosting the Wyndham Eagles at 7 o'clock. The kick time there. Jim and Ernie on the call. We'll take our first time out in the Darlings pregame show, and when we come back, a look at the rosters for the Witches and the Hawks, and we'll talk through some of the player spotlights ahead of this one tonight on Ticket TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, concessions are available in the softball end of Doyle Field, provided by the Brewer All Sports Boosters and Brewer Youth Football. Tonight on Youth Night, we thank the efforts of Brewer Youth Football for strengthening football for the communities that feed Brewer High School's program. Brewer High School's freshman class will be circulating throughout Doyle Field selling 50-50 tickets. Please get your tickets and support our freshman class.
Now open, Darlings Ford Commercial Vehicle Center, 80 Haskell Road in Bangor. Servicing almost all makes and models of medium and heavy-duty trucks and RVs, from half-tons to vehicles weighing up to 75,000 pounds. Our factory-trained technicians and dedicated service bays are here to keep your wheels on the road. Schedule service now at darlingsford.com. Call 992-1691 or stop in today. You'll do better at Darlings.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to Doyle Field. We are getting ready for the kick between the Brewer Witches and the Hermon Hawks tonight on Ticket TV. Inside at 8 minutes until we meet the teams here at Doyle Field. The crowd still streaming in. Tonight's coverage of high school sports on Ticket TV Friday Night Lights is presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. We're also presented by Darlings in Bangor. They have you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models or used of all makes. Visit darlings.com today. Mark Paulette and Chris Hoare on the broadcast with you. We got Kim Mitchell directing the show. And let's take a look at the rosters for the teams, beginning with the Hermon Hawks, the high-flying 5-0 Hermon Hawks, who come into tonight averaging more than 31 points per game, allowing less than 9 points per game, and a couple of players to keep an eye on. It all starts with Sam Hopkins, Chris. This guy is 894 all-purpose yards and 12 touchdowns, again in 5 games this season. He's rushed for 637 and 7 scores, averaging 11.6 yards per attempt on the ground. He's caught 9 passes for 257 yards. That's a 28.6 yards per catch average and 5 touchdowns. He is the straw that stirs that drink offensively.
Yeah, he's certainly someone Brewer has to key on. With his talent coming, he also returns kicks.
Yeah.
So he does it all. They're trying to get the ball into him because he's considered their most dangerous player. So Brewer certainly has to key on them. But as we look at the stats, Hermon's loaded with athletes, and they're loaded with skilled players that can chew up yards on the ground as well as catch balls in the air. And that makes it tough to cover when you got more than one weapon.
Yeah, that Hermon offense goes deep. It's all, of course, led under center by Ethan Curtis, the quarterback, completing over 54% of his passes, 552 yards, which, hey, this is still Maine high school football, so averaging better than 100 yards a game. That's an impressive number. The most impressive with him, though, 8 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions so far through the first 5 games. Dylan Yo, another player in the backfield for the Hermon Hawks, 370 rushing yards this season and 4 touchdowns, averaging about 6.5 yards per carry. Justin Largay has 155 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Griffin Dunton on the perimeter, their dangerous receiving threat, 10 receptions, 165 yards, and 2 scores. They go deep, do the Hermon Hawks.
Yeah, Yo and Hopkins, they're a dynamic duo. You got power and speed between the both of them. Yo likes to run in between the tackles. He gets the tough yards, gets just as many carries, just as many touches. And Hopkins kind of goes inside, outside. He's a little more outside the tackle, but he's a receiving threat as well.
Now let's take a look at the Brewer Witches. This is the roster that has turned out this fall for head coach Fred Lauer. And the Witches, as we mentioned, trying to snap a 3-game losing skid here tonight. The season began very nicely for them, actually bettering their win total from last season in weeks 1 and 2. A 19-0 victory at Belfast, followed by a 22-16 win at Hamden Academy. And the script has not gone according to plan since then for the Witches. Back-to-back shutout losses. We were here for a 32-0 loss to Gardner in week 4. Last week, as you mentioned, making the long trip down to New Hampshire because York having the field renovations this year, losing 10-0 to York. The Witches 8 points over their last 3 games, averaging only 9.8 per game for the year.
Yeah, with Brewer, it's growing pains. We've talked about this in the past. They're rebuilding. Coach Lauer's, I believe it's his second year here. The kids are still getting used to the system, but they're making progress. I get that they haven't scored a lot of points, but they've been in close games. That 10-0 loss, that's a long ways to travel, and you're in a competitive game. So we've watched them play. We watched them play against a very good Gardner team. They moved the ball. They just shot themselves in the foot a couple times and gave up some big plays. Otherwise than that, they were competitive in that game. So the competition's there. They just need to finish drives. They need to be able to score some points.
Jackson Bragg-Willette, he is a solid runner in the backfield for the Brewer Witches. 306 yards this season on 69 attempts. He has reached the end zone 5 times. Eli Wall at the quarterback position, completing just under 47% of his passes. 369 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 9 interceptions. And outside, Brody Muncie, kind of a, what would you call him? A split-end hybrid tight end, kind of in between all the receiving positions.
He's an HYX if you use all the letters of the football graph. Yeah, he kind of is a little bit of a blocker. He's a tight end. He'll run routes. He'll split out. He'll be a slot guy. They try to use him in different functions to get him the ball.
Brady Rivera, Grady Cameron, a couple other the playmakers to watch tonight for the Brewer Witches. Those looks at the roster presented by UMaine Online, offering 60-plus online degree and certificate programs through Maine's flagship university. You can apply now at umaine.edu/online. Ticket TV coverage is also brought to you by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. We're also presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. We'll take another timeout. We are inside of 2.5 minutes remaining in the pregame, making our way towards announcements here and the kick between the Witches and the Hawks right around the corner at Doyle Field.
Brewer High School would be...
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road, from work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us, because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins, and all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career-ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we're in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
New or used? What's your preference? If you prefer to buy used, it's smart to buy a Toyota certified used vehicle from Down East. Here's why. All vehicles go through a rigorous 160-point inspection. They come with comprehensive and powertrain warranties, a Carfax history report, and 7 years of roadside assistance. Plus, qualified buyers get low new car financing rates. It's true, the best new cars do make the best used cars. For Toyota certified used vehicles, all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
For over 80 years, Seaboard Federal Credit Union has been putting its members first. Founded in 1940, we've grown alongside our communities with branches in Bucksport, Ellsworth, and Hermon. We're not a big bank, and we're proud of that. We're member-owned, community-driven, and here to help you build a better financial future. Whether it's saving for a goal, buying your first home, or simply managing everyday life. Seaboard Federal Credit Union, the smart place for your money.
Back here at Doyle Field in Brewer, getting ready for tonight's Class C matchup between the Witches and the Hermon Hawks on Ticket TV. Coverage is presented by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, Dean's has been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car, and book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. We're also presented by the Furniture Gallery. Exciting news for Mid-Coast Maine this fall. The Furniture Gallery has opened their 4th location at the Topsom Fair Mall in October, with a long-standing presence in Bangor, Augusta, and Wyndham. Their team is ready to provide Topsom with the same exceptional service, quality furnishings, and value they can trust. Shop local, save money, sleep better with the Furniture Gallery. The Brewer Witches being introduced in front of the home fans out on the field. While we have a moment here during the announcements, let's take a look at the school profiles. We'll start off with the visitors from Hermon High School. Enrollment at 567, Rick Sinclair, the AD. Brian Walsh is the principal. For the Hawks, did you know that in 1823-24, Reverend John Bovey Dodds of Levant claimed his house was haunted by a poltergeist? Loud bangs, moving furniture, and the whole home shaking. Curious neighbors flocked to witness the disturbances, so much so that the town eventually pushed Dodds to leave. A little creepy, but fitting for the time of year that we're in.
Definitely.
And here's the story on Brewer High School. Enrollment is 704. David Utterback, the AD. Brent Slowakowski is the principal. And did you know that the North Freedom Statue in Brewer is part of Maine's only official memorial to the Underground Railroad? The statue was erected near the Holyoke House site, where a stone-lined shaft was found when the house was demolished in 1995. Drive by that every day on the way to work. There are the school profiles presented by Northeast Driving School. They have been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. Chris, I don't even know if any of that could be heard over the air because I can't hear myself speaking. I just hear the announcements in our ear.
Yeah, the audio for the stadium here is right above me, about 5 feet, so I can't hear barely anything.
We'll take one final timeout. When we come back, it's the kick between the Witches and the Hawks on Ticket TV.
Is performed by the Brewer High School Sports Pep Band under the guidance of Mrs. Michaela Francis.
All right, let's check out the Kubota lineup, coached by Doors Equipment in Bangor.
Wow, that's a beast right there.
Yeah, and this bruiser can really move the pile.
The field doesn't stand a chance.
Uh-oh, the other team's looking orange with envy.
You mean green with envy?
No, orange is in Kubota orange, built to mow down the competition.
And with Doors Equipment coaching this crew, I feel bad for the other team.
Better luck next year, boys.
Making the competition orange with envy. Doors Equipment, Bangor.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union, we keep you mobile.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Looking for your next trailer or shipping container? Come to Main Trailer, your one-stop shop for all your trailer and container needs. We've got a huge selection of trailers for work or play, plus durable shipping containers. We can even customize them to fit your needs. At Main Trailer, we don't just sell, we service what we sell. That means expert repairs, inspections, parts, and registrations all under one roof. So whether you're hauling, storing, or customizing, make your next stop Main Trailer. Main Trailer, the place to buy your next trailer or shipping container. See us today in Hamden or Auburn.
Have a painful tooth or an entire mouthful of teeth? Mid-Coast Denture Design now offers tooth extractions in both Ellsworth and Brewer. Get your teeth pulled and immediate dentures placed right in our office. Quick, convenient, and comfortable. Let denturist Lindsay Young and her staff create immediate dentures for you, all in one location. Mid-Coast Denture Design, the go-to in Bangor and Ellsworth for dentures and tooth extraction services. Because everyone deserves an awesome smile. Visit midcoastdenturedesignmaine.com.
Back here at Doyle Field in Brewer, the sun is setting, getting ready for a slightly earlier kick tonight, 6 o'clock between the Witches and the Hermon Hawks on Ticket TV. You see the coin toss meeting happening out at midfield right now. It looks like it's been decided. Brewer has won the toss and elected to receive. The Witches, Chris, who have been shut out here in back-to-back games, seems they want to get the ball and see if they can get marching to get this one underway.
Yeah, I'm sure they're eager to get their offense on the field. I'm sure they've practiced different plays, different setups against this team. Coach Lauer may have a surprise for us, trick play or something like that to get the team inspired and get some momentum going.
Coverage of Ticket TV presented by Eastern Maine Community College at MCC. Every student has a story. Some are just beginning. others starting a new chapter. Wherever you are, your future can start at emcc.edu. We're also presented by Praise Auto Sales. Looking for your next ride? Praise on Outer Broadway has you covered. Guaranteed lowest prices every day. With over 40 years of trust, integrity, and dependability, visit praiseautosales.com today. There we go. Camera brightened up a little bit so you can see the setting sun in the sky, leaving some pink hues off to our right as we are ready for Friday Night Lights here between the Hermon Hawks and the Brewer Witches. Hermon, we were talking about them through the pregame.
Kickoff for Hermon.
Have been one of the more impressive teams, not only in this region, but around the state through 5 weeks, averaging 31.4 points per game, only allowing 8.8.
Yeah, and it's the same guys that lead their offense. They're also leading their defense. Yeah. Hopkins and Yo are their two best, or stat-wise, defensive players.
Two-way stars for the Hermon Hawks. Sounds like we got a vuvuzela or something down below us making a little noise here. Adding to the atmosphere. And this one is sent into the sky. Ethan Garner doing the kicking duties. Fielded around the 30-yard line by Brewer. Brought up across the 40. And dragged down right around the 42. Good starting field position for the Witches here tonight. This broadcast is brought to you by Main Trailer, your one-stop shop for trailers and shipping containers. Whatever you haul or store, Main Trailer has you covered in Hamden and in Auburn.
1st and 10, Brewer.
1st and 10, Witches, ball on the 42-yard line. .11:54 on the clock here in the first quarter as the Witches break the huddle. Packed backfield.
Yeah, set up with a power eye here. Looks like they're just going to try and play tough ball against Hermon right off the bat.
Bunch formation, a give to Bragg Willett up the middle, and a healthy gain on first down. Across the 45, a gain of about 5. Halfway there on the first play from scrimmage.
And we've talked about Jackson Bragg Willett. The last game we did, he's put your foot in the ground and go forward, and he just wants to get those straight ahead yards. And this offense is made for him with the power eye. Two fullbacks in front of him leading.
Averaging 4.4 yards per carry. That's enough to keep you on a first down pace. They give it to Bragg Willett again. He gets across midfield, close to the first down marker. Appears to be just shy of it after a gain of about 3.5. We'll call it 4, set up a 3rd and 1.
And Tyler Slate.
The new DQ Fall Treat menu is here. Try the new Caramel Toffee Cookie Blizzard Treat. Enjoy the return of the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat or taste the new Maple Cookie Shake. Discover the DQ Fall Treat menu before autumn's over in Bangor and in Old Town. Once again with that power formation. Wall gives it to the up back this time. He's got plenty for the first down inside the 45-yard line, carrying the pile. Let's see who that is getting up off the grass. That would be Carter Smith, sophomore running back, getting his first carry of the night.
Carter Smith, group tackle by the Hawks.
Officially about 3 yards on the carry for Carter. His 15th attempt of the season. New set of downs for the Witches, sticking with the same formation. Wall, a little trouble maybe with the snap. A turn and a give to Bragg Willett, who tries to bounce it outside. He gets to the corner. Flags fly as Bragg Willett is chopped down just shy of the 40.
Brought down by Caleb Keyser.
See what this flag is. Came flying right as Bragg Willett tried to turn the corner. And it's a hold going against the Brewer Witches as they tried to seal that corner. Now back them up 10 yards. So instead of 1st and 10 from the 45, back to the other side of midfield. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, so back to the 48 for the Witches. Clock running once again, just over 2 minutes into this contest. Turn and a give to Bragg Willett. Runs into a wall this time, keeps the feet moving, and dives across midfield for a short gain.
Tackle on the play by Dylan Yao.
Dylan Yao with the tackle, and there you go, Chris. One of the top offensive players getting in there, mixing it up on defense. Second down and 15. Ball spotted on midfield, which is now with the straight eye formation. One receiver split on either side. Wall turns and pitches to Bragg Willett, trying to get to the corner. He gets a couple out of it. Hermon quickly to the edge there. Sam Hopkins in on the tackle. And it's going to be 3rd and long for the Witches after another gain of 2. Third and 13 with the ball spotted just over midfield. Witches break the huddle, and this time Wall hangs out about 4 yards behind his center. Pistol formation, a bunch formation though for the Witches. 2 near receivers on each side. Now Bragg Willett motions up to the right hip of Wall. He looks to throw into the flat. It's an incomplete pass as a flag flies.
Brody Muncie falls incomplete.
Wait to see what the flag was. It came out the second the ball was snapped, so that always indicates illegal formation.
Yeah, there's probably not enough guys on the line, or one was covered up.
Penalty declined by the Hermon Hawks. It'll bring up 4th and 13, and Fred Lauer sends his punting team out there. 3-minute, 50-second drive to this point for the Witches. Brody Muncie on to do the kicking duties. Snap back to Muncie. Sends it down the field. That is a good punt. Muffed initially, now picked up and tripping on the 20. Sam Hopkins unable to catch it cleanly and then unable to find clean footing. And the Brewer Witches gain about 30 yards of field positioning out of that boot.
That was a good kick. End over end, they're hard to catch that way, and you got some good distance on it. And fell through the basket of the Hopkins and dropped to the ground and gave Brewer time to get down there.
Hermon's offense led by the quarterback Ethan Curtis and the running back Sam Hopkins. Really the running back duo of Hopkins and Yo taking over tonight for the first time from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and this is their spread formation that you'll see them run mostly. They will get under center and run a straight T, and they'll run a little more power.
Give up the middle, fighting for extra yardage. The Witches appeared to be in the backfield, and Dylan Yao was able to fight for a gain of about 4. See some of the power right there as he was contacted right near the line of scrimmage. Call it a long 3 officially, so 2nd and 7. Once again in that spread formation, awaiting the snap. Motion man is Hopkins. He'll get the ball. Taking it around the corner on a jet sweep, cutting it upfield, and that is a first down run for Hopkins.
On the carry.
Gain of 8. Call it 9 out to the 32. Two plays and a new set of downs for the Hermon Hawks.
Yeah, Hermon runs that jet sweep quite a bit. They're going to push you to the outside, and then they're going to start running inside with misdirections and tackles, just like that. They're going to go weak side with Yao.
Right up the middle there for a nice first down gain.
Tackle on the play by Morgan Judkins.
Second down and 4. Ball spotted on the 37-yard line. Appears to be a little closer to 5. There's a give up the middle once again. Yao slipping tackles off and running through the secondary. Tough to bring down all the way out to the 45 of the Witches. And a gain of 18. Hard running for the Hawk back.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of what Dylan Yao can do. He's a power back, and Hopkins is more that speed, and he can run inside as well. But Yao likes to be between the tackles. He's not a sweeper. He wants to run power, make shifty little cuts inside. And
3 carries for 27 yards tonight, so he's closing in on 400 rushing yards for the season. Hermon looking to throw here, rolling out near side, airing it out, and just too tall that time for the intended target over the outstretched hands of Griffin Dunton.
For Griffin Dunton. Ball's incomplete.
Second down and 10, 5:31 remaining in this first quarter. This holiday season, take your office party from nice to unforgettable. Flash Me Main Photo Booth Rentals brings the fun, the laughs, and the memories your team will love. Don't wait. Book now at flashmemain.com. Three receivers near side for the Hawks as Curtis awaits the snap, throws it near side on the screen, slipping a couple of tackles as he knifes his way back inside is Dunton, and he'll set up a 3rd and short.
Brought down on the play by Carter Smith.
Gain of 6 on the first completion of the night for the Hermon Hawks.
So far, they're putting the ball into all their weapons' hands. You know, that's Dunton's first look. Hopkins touch it, Yo's touch it, and there are 3 or 4 other players that can make plays out there.
3rd down and 4 with the ball spotted on the Brewer 38-yard line. Curtis calls Hopkins in motion. He gets the ball. Trying to get to the corner now, cutting it up. First down yardage, but a flag flies. Let's see
Carry on the play by Sam Hopkins.
what the violation is here. Brewer is pointing towards the Hermon backfield, and the Hawks are backing themselves up. Holding against the Hawks. Spot foul, backs the ball up to the Brewer 49-yard line. So instead of 3rd and 4, we're looking at about 3rd and 11. No, even longer than that, about 3rd and 15 at this point. And on 3rd and 15, the Hawks opt for a bunch formation. Going under center for the first time. Fake it 2 ways. Hopkins rolls out to his left, airs it out. He got smacked. A flag flies as the pass is caught deep into Brewer territory. But Ethan Curtis, he is slow to get up as he got crunched in the backfield before delivering a great pass along the far sideline.
Yeah, you can see the strength of his arm. That was a pretty good throw because it was an outside route. And Yao, who doesn't catch a lot of balls, he catches a few. Usually it's Hopkins, the guy out of the backfield. But Yao got free out to the numbers and delivered a strike. And those are those big chunk gains that Brewer can't give up to Hermon.
23 yards on 3rd and 15, plus the 15-yard penalty for roughing the passer. That turns into a 38-yard play for the Hermon Hawks. And the ball is now spotted inside the 15-yard line. Costly penalty, which is unable to get off the field, and now Hermon with a scoring opportunity on their opening drive. Once again, going with the power formation are the Hawks. Here's a turn and a give to Hopkins. Hopkins cuts it up. Now back outside, making men miss and into the end zone. Sam Hopkins carving his way through the Brewer defense and into the end zone for a 13-yard touchdown.
Touchdown for Hermon.
That's his 8th rushing score of the season, his 13th total touchdown, and Hermon marches down the field an 80-yard opening drive to put 6 on the board.
Yeah, that's what they do. It's run, pass. It's a mix in, out, power run, speed runs.
Ethan Garner, the freshman, for the point after attempt, and it is good. 7-0 Hawks, 4:04 remaining in the first quarter.
Ethan Garner is good. The score is now Hermon 7, Brewer 0.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Autumn of Life Home Care. They're looking to hire reliable, caring workers to help assist clients with daily living activities while remaining in their own homes. Flexible schedules and an office located at 695 Stillwater Avenue in Old Town. Call 217-6026 or follow them on Facebook. Also presented by Angela's Pizzeria. If you're in the mood for mouthwatering pizza or Italian food made from fresh ingredients, try Angela's in Bangor and in Hampden. Seven nothing Hermon, both teams with a drive so far tonight. Just shy of 8 minutes into this contest. A reminder, also tonight on Ticket TV, 7 o'clock kickoff from Cameron Stadium in Bangor. The Rams hosting the Wyndham Eagles.
Kickoff by Ethan Garner.
Short kick this time from the Hawks, trying to pooch it over inside the 40-yard line, and smart play there by the Brewer Witches just to fall on the ball and get relatively good starting field position here for their second drive of the night.
That seems to be the game plan for a lot of teams recently. We saw it last week in the Old Town game where Hampden came back by making a living on those extra onside kicks. Yeah, sorry.
Recovered 2 in a row, almost had a third.
After they had given up 26 straight points.
Yeah. Brewer starting this drive at the 39-yard line of the Witches. I formation, one receiver split to either side. It's a turn and a give to Bragg-Willett. Up the middle, across the 40, and piled atop for a short gain. 5th carry already for Bragg-Willett.
Down by Noah Romsberg.
And that's a gain of about 2. 5 carries, 15 yards for the Brewer back, who averages about 4.5 per carry for the season. You can see that darkness has set in around Doyle Field here in Brewer with the cars in the background as the Witches get ready for a 2nd and 8. Another give to Bragg-Willett, and Hermon all over him this time. Jackson Bragg-Willett having to work just to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming up for the Witches.
Largay and Tyler Slate.
At Black Fly Coffee, you can start your day off right with Black Fly, a local coffee shop with drive-through mobile ordering, serving the best coffee in the area, along with bagels, bakery items, donuts, and more at 107 Main Road in Holden, just across the Brewer line. 3rd and 7 with the ball spotted on the 42-yard line. Twins to the top of the screen, eye backfield for the Witches. Wall looking to throw. It's a bubble screen out wide. Catch made. A nice cut. Shy of the first down marker, but it's going to be close. 4th and less than a yard after the pitch and catch by the Witches. 6-yard pickup.
11, Brody Muncie.
Brody Muncie with his first catch of the game.
No hesitation by coach here to go for the ball. I mean, to go for the first down. There was no thought of putting the kicking team out there. Brewer's in a spot now where they're just trying to make positive plays.
4th and 1 on their own side of midfield. Power backfield to give to Bragg Willett, and he had a burst of speed behind him to charge across the first down marker for a gain of 3 and keep the drive going for the Witches.
Yeah, good job by the Brewer line. And
Brought down by
the two fullbacks leading Bragg Willett there to get those tough yards for the first down.
Approaching 90 seconds left in this first quarter. The Coach House Restaurant in Brewer is your stop for home-style cooking, homemade desserts, and experience-friendly staff. Find the Coach House Restaurant at 457 Wilson Street and at thecoachhouserestaurant.com. Looks like we might have an equipment issue or a little blood issue. Bragg Willett forced to leave the field of play. He'll be replaced here by Caleb Smith. As the clock now winds inside of 90 seconds left in the opening quarter.
Brewer's a little confused here coming out of the huddle.
There's a lot of guys walking over towards the sideline.
Yeah, looking over at Coach Lauer trying to get the play called.
There's a lot of guys with palms towards the sky, and a timeout is called there by Coach Lauer. 1:07 remaining in the first quarter. Let's take it as well. Back here for the final 67 seconds of quarter number 1 right after this on Ticket TV.
Stop in for a burger, burrito, or delicious item off the lunch menu. Cool down or warm up with drink options such as fresh squeezed lemonade, milkshake, hot or iced coffee. We also have Butterfield's homemade ice cream or over 20 flavors of shaved ice, with a variety of bakery items with gluten-free options available and our dog treats for your fur baby. Come visit us at Maniac Snack Shack and Sniff and Snack Bakery and Barkery at 45 Conduskeg Road in Levant.
So after my associate's degree, I got married and started a business. I wanted to go back to school. Bachelor of University Studies, it really was sort of like a self-designed track where I was able to take a little bit of everything. I wouldn't have imagined that I would bring life to that once dead goal of mine. My late father's biggest dream was for us to get higher education. I'm very happy to achieve that.
Have a painful tooth or an entire mouthful of teeth? Midcoast Denture Design now offers tooth extractions in both Ellsworth and Brewer. Get your teeth pulled and immediate dentures placed right in our office. Quick, convenient, and comfortable. Let denturist Lindsay Young and her staff create immediate dentures for you, all in one location. Midcoast Denture Design, the go-to in Bangor and Ellsworth for dentures and tooth extraction services. Because everyone deserves an awesome smile. Visit midcoastdenturedesignmaine.com.
Back here in Brewer, where the Witches ran a play while we were away. It was an incomplete pass, and I didn't catch what the call was.
It was
but
a personal foul call, but I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't hear what he said.
Yeah, personal foul against the Witches. 15-yard penalty. Backs them up from midfield to their own 35-yard line. We'll bring up a 2nd and 25. A minute and 3 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Hartford's Auto Service, 62 Liberty Drive in Hermon. They do repairs on all makes and models of cars and trucks. With over 3 decades of experience, Hartford's can provide routine maintenance, brake, suspension, muffler repairs, and more. Pitch here for the Witches, trying to get to the edge and cut it upfield. Crunching tackle made there by a couple of Hermon Hawks after a short gain by Caleb Smith.
Brought down by number 57, Justin Largay.
He gets about 3, and it is 3rd and a mile, 3rd and 22 for the Witches. First carry of the game for Caleb Smith. Mark Paulette and Chris Hoare on the call of this one. Chris, I threw you a curveball when you arrived on the scene tonight. If you are wondering why he's being a little more quiet, it's because he is having to man the scoreboard while also double as the color commentator tonight.
I'm so short I can't even see over this little 14-inch monitor.
Pistol formation, 4 receiver split for the Witches on 3rd and long. Wall looking to throw outside, pass caught, dragged down at the 45-yard line after a pickup of about 7.
From Eli Wall. To Cooper Charette.
Cooper Charette on the grab.
That ended the quarter there. It was a good-looking ball, though.
By number 14.
Gain of 7 to end the first quarter. Gain of 8, I guess, and that'll do it. After one,
At the end of the first quarter,
Hermon
the
7,
score remains
Brewer
Hermon
0.
7, Brewer 0.
We'll be right back for quarter number 2 after this on Ticket TV.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $625. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Ready for the second quarter here. Brewer football, but it's 4th and 15, and the Witches in punting formation to get the second underway. 7-0 Hermon with the lead. Our coverage brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, the original redemption center of Old Town for 30 years, family owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday with $100 giveaways each month. Old Town Redemption Center, 13 Chester Street in Old Town. Call 827-7887. Brody Muncie to do the punting duties for the Witches. Had a nice boot on his first attempt, netted about 28 yards as Hopkins muffed it and then fell on top of it. Waiting for the chain gang, I think, over there to get spotted properly. Or
Yeah, they were having conversations with the Hermon coaches over there, and I'm not sure exactly what they were talking about, but
there we go. They
that's it.
That would be it. They had the chains backed up a little bit, which I'm sure the Hermon coaches didn't mind.
Well, that Brewer in mind because they were actually on the first down marker the way the chains were.
Oh, were they?
It was like 4th and an inch maybe.
It'll be a Brewer punt here to get the second quarter underway.
Yeah, it's getting breezy now.
It is. Muncie gets the ball away. It's another good one into the air. Hopkins catches it out of the sky and heads up the far sideline, trying to cut it back here. Nothing but orange shirts in front of him, and tackled shy of the 35-yard line.
Group tackle led by Jacoby Freeman.
Tonight's coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by Bennett Auto Center. You can experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and online at BennettAutoCenter.com. Also brought to you by Tiller & Rye, a local grocer located at 20 South Main Street right here in Brewer, proud to offer products from the great state of Maine. Hermon taking over at their own 34-yard line. They engineered an 80-yard scoring drive on their opening possession.
That was a good job by Brewer to gang tackle there. There was 5 orange jerseys on Hopkins.
Going with that power T again. Here are the Hawks to open up this drive. It's a give to Hopkins. He slips tackles as he gets to the outside. Hopkins off and running, and the only thing that stops him is a wet patch of grass. Hopkins loses his footing right at midfield after a gain of 16.
Yeah, like you said, he did a great job slipping the tackles, and then the ground ended up catching up to him.
Out to midfield on one play go the Hermon Hawks. Hopkins has carried the ball now 3 times tonight for 38 yards, plus a touchdown.
I don't think the field position game means too much to them. If they get pinned back in their own end, they're very good at getting out.
They can break it from just about anywhere on the field. Here's a little reverse counter in the backfield. Hopkins with the carry, making men miss on another first down run down inside the 35-yard line.
Tackled by Brody Muncie.
There you go, Chris. You call for chunk gains. Sam Hopkins obliges.
His running style is kind of interesting. He's a little bit taller, long strider, and he kind of swims through defenders the way he stiff arms and kind of pushes guys away.
1st and 10. This drive began at the other 35-yard line, the 34 for the Hermon Hawks. .31 yards covered in 2 Sam Hopkins runs, sticking with that power T formation in the backfield. And this time looking to throw. Curtis rolling to his right. He's going to keep it. made up his mind early there, pulling it down and sliding down for a short gain across the 35.
Yeah, his running stats is athletic, and as quick as you watch him run, he doesn't have a lot of carries.
No, only 5 attempts for 13 yards coming into the game before that 4-yard run. Of course, part of that is the luxury of weaponry around him in this offense.
Yeah, and in that particular formation, they were in a straight T with one receiver only, and one receiver went out on the pass route. And Brewer put a little pressure up the middle, which flushed him out to the side, and they were able to stay with the receiver that went down the sideline streaking.
2nd and 6 on the Brewer 31-yard line. There's a give to Yo right up the middle and running room in front of him. Yo ripped down just shy of the 15-yard line after another healthy first run gain for the Hermon Hawks.
Brewer tackle led by Carter Smith.
Pickup of 14 for Yo. So he's carried the ball now 4 times for 41 yards.
He has a pretty decent reception, too.
Yep. Hauled in a 23-yard pass as well. 67 total yards for Yao. Hopkins getting the chunk gains as well. Shotgun formation here for the Hawks. Counter play, and it's a give to Yo. After Hopkins came in motion, Yo banged down just outside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, you got hit at the end of that run. He was a little more upright in that, just protecting the ball with 2 hands, and it forces you to run a little more upright, and someone from Brewer came in and put a good lick on him.
So outside of that, Curtis 4-yard scramble, the last 5 rush plays by the Hermon Hawks have gone for 16, 15, 19, 14, and 11 yards. Is that decent?
I would say that's decent.
T formation. They give it to the big guy up the gut, trying to push his way towards the goal line.
Is that Largay?
That is Justin Largay.
We haven't really talked a lot about him because he really only gets in this T formation, but he's a power back, and he's one of their better defensive players as well as a linebacker.
5-yard gain down to the 1. That's his 41st carry of the season, so the Hermon Hawks spread the wealth between Hopkins, Yao, and Largay. They back it up by 1, called a gain of 4 down to the 2. Deuce is wild. 2nd and goal from the 2 here in the second quarter. Second drive of the game for the Hermon Hawks, trying to punch it in. A turn and a give, and it's Hopkins, and he is into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. Sam Hopkins with his 9th rushing touchdown of the season, 14th total. And the Hawks an extra point away from doubling their lead. Sam Hopkins, 5 carries tonight, 2 touchdowns so far. 15 minutes and 59 seconds into the contest. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is driven right into that tree. 14-0 Hermon, 8:01 remaining here in the second quarter. Tonight's coverage brought to you by Orno and Callis IGA. Shop smart, shop local. At Orno IGA and Callis IGA, they appreciate the support of their local communities and are proud to support local Maine schools and student athletes on Ticket TV. Orno and Callis IGAs are hometown proud. Well, Chris, at the start of that drive, you said, I don't think it really matters to the Hawks where they take over on the field. 2 possessions, 145 total yards, 2 touchdowns. An 80-yard scoring drive, followed up by a 65-yard scoring drive.
And I know being the skilled players out there, they don't mind it because it just gives them a chance to,
more room to run.
Exactly. Especially if you're a player that stats may make a difference to you. Here's your chance to pick up more yardage.
It is a rather impressive stat book for the Hermon Hawks through 5 games and 1+ quarters so far in the 2025 season. Shout out to the Big 11 Conference, Class C, Rick Sinclair, Hermon AD, the work that he does. Just the fact that we have stats available for these games.
Yeah, and I think it's always been led by Rick because he does a great job on the basketball side as well. I mean, that helps us when we're up here and have those access to the stats. It used to be stats were just circulated amongst coaching staffs, and it never was out to the public. They used to put it out to the Bangor Daily and some of the news publications, but even that started going away, and it was hard to get stats if you're just someone trying to watch the games.
Brewer taking over here at the 35-yard line.
By Asher Wall.
The Growing Place helps families grow for less and polish your home in style for a fraction of retail cost. Check them out first. Check them out often. Do Green. Sustainability is always trending at 548 Hammond Street in Bangor. The Witches hoping the third time's the charm here. Third offensive series of the game, taking over the 8 minutes remaining in the first half, trailing 14-0. I backfield, 2 receivers split to the near side. It's a turn and a give to Bragg Willett up the middle, pushing his way close to the 45, marked down, pushing his way to the 40, marked down at about the 39.
Tackled by Tyler Corson.
4-yard pickup on first down for Bragg Willett. His 8th carry of the first half.
Yeah, Brewer just needs, and that was one of the keys. We didn't really get into a lot of the keys because of the way everything happened so quickly here. Was for Brewer to chew the clock, sustain drives. That keeps that potent Hermon offense off the field, but really hasn't happened yet.
Bragg Willett met there by a whole host of Hawks in the backfield, and that is going to be a loss of a couple.
Brought down by Justin Largay.
Have another look at the first negative play turned in by either defense tonight. Officially a loss of 2, setting up 3rd and 8. Approaching 6.5 minutes until the half. A reminder coming up at the Furniture Gallery halftime show. First half replays and numbers, as well as plenty of updates to provide. University of Maine hockey dropping the puck on the 25-26 season up at the Alfond in just a matter of moments. Snap back to Wall. He's looking to throw. Good protection here as Wall rolls to his right, throws down the sideline. He's got an open man. Catch made across midfield. Grady Cameron on the receiving end, and a big gain, much needed for the Witches. 18-yard pickup through the air.
Yeah, and Wall had all kinds of time to pass. The Brewer line did a great job holding Hermon's front 4 off. Hermon didn't send any backers. They dropped in coverage. But give a lot of credit to the Brewer line there to protect Wall so he can make that pass.
Grady Cameron with his 8th reception of the season. Now up to 75 yards and a score for the Witches. Jumbo backfield here for Brewer. Turn and a give to Bragg Willett, trying to follow those blockers for a short gain.
Willett on the carry. Tackled by Sam Hopkins.
10 carries so far tonight for Bragg Willett. Entered the game with 69 rushing attempts through 5 games, and that includes one that we did a couple of weeks ago here, Chris, against Gardner, where he was absent for much of the first half after picking up an early injury.
Yeah, it gave a chance. I think it was Carter Smith that got in there and got some tough running yards. Well, he ended up coming back in late in the game, but at that point it was Gardner had kind of sealed the deal on the game.
Which is driving here down to the Hermon 42-yard line after taking over on their own 35. Wall turns and fakes it. Bootleg. And he had a nice hole as he knifes his way out of bounds at the 37-yard line. I'll set up a 3rd and short.
That was a good sell job. Hermon fell for the fake to the running back, and it was a naked boot, so he was running it unblocked with no blockers in front of him on his own, and pick up 6 yards.
3rd and 2 with the ball spotted on the Hermon 37-yard line. 4:46 remaining in this first half, frozen on the clock. Wall turns and hands to Bragg Willett up the middle. He's got first down yardage inside the 35-yard line to keep the drive alive for the Witches.
Tackled by Caleb Keyser. Play good enough for a Witches first down.
Second first down of the drive for the Witches. Memory serves, they only had one on the first two possessions tonight.
Yeah, this is a good-looking drive for Brewer. They just have to finish it off, and this is one of the keys that I was going to mention as well, and I think we mentioned the first game we did with them against Gardner, they move the ball. They can move it, between the 30s to 20s, and then something happens on their drive. It either stalls out or a turnover. And, it's young teams and teams that are learning systems that, it's easy to learn the plays, but learning how to score out of those plays is the other part, and that's what Brewer's going through right now.
Another give to Bragg-Willett as he tries to bounce it outside and drag down. Able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Inside 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Hermon has only possessed the ball twice. They've marched down the field both times they've had it.
Play by Porter Flanders.
80-yard scoring drive followed up by a 65-yard scoring drive. Porter Flanders, linebacker. Which is looking to throw. That one tipped at the line and batted down. And it'll set up a 3rd and 10 with 3:13 remaining here in the second. Wall 3 of 5 throwing the ball so far for 31 yards. Right at an even 400 passing yards for the season is Eli. Third and long here for the Witches. Bragg-Willett motions up to Wall's right hip as he gets the snap and looks to throw. Hermon breaks through the line. Wall dumps it off and it's picked. What a play made by Yao on the sideline. Are they saying interception? I believe they are. Well, now they're discussing, and it is, in fact, a pick. Take another look.
Yeah, he just
Dylan
pulled it
Yao.
off. Jackson Bragg-Willett, I couldn't tell if he could see the ball or not. Yeah, he's running out, and Yao just pulled it off his helmet.
Wall picked for the 10th time this season, and exactly what you're talking about, Chris. A nice Brewer drive that stalls at the 34-yard line. Hawks take over with 3:06 remaining in this first half. Spread formation with Curtis awaiting the snap. He's got it. Rolling to his right. The lefty squares his shoulders and throws it deep down the sideline and just out of the reach of Hopkins, who had a step and a half on the defender.
Yeah, that time he rolled out to his right, which is a hard thing for a left-handed quarterback to do, and that's another thing we haven't really talked about.
Intended for Sam
Lefty
Hopkins.
quarterbacks are
Ball
few and far
incomplete.
between in high school football, and he throws a nice ball to the outside receiver, just to overthrow him just a little bit, but you're right, he had a step on the Brewer cornerback there.
Curtis, 1 of 3 passing tonight. He entered the game completing better than 54% of his throws for the season. Second down and 10. Turn and a give to Yao. Dragged down for a short gain across the 35. Brewer defense playing some inspired football here after the takeaway by Hermon. Yao held to his shortest gain of the night, only 2 yards. Five receivers split wide in this formation. Curtis
backfield.
gets it, rolling to his right, throws it towards the sticks. Catch made by Hopkins, pushed out for a first down.
To Sam Hopkins.
From the 36 to the 48, pickup of a dozen and a fresh set of downs for the Hawks. Hopkins with his first reception of the night.
Another good job by Curtis rolling to his right and delivering a strike to Hopkins, who was just running an out pattern.
Trips to the top of the screen here for the Hawks. Looking to throw. Quick screen over to the sideline. Catch made. I think that's Dunton. Or was it? Let's see. Who gets up from that sideline? That actually. Owen Lang over there.
Owen Lang, I believe.
Yep. Owen, his fourth reception of the season. Came into tonight, 3 catches for 83 yards and a score. Second down and 4 inside of 2 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Again, look to throw, pump and throwing it deep. He's got a man streaking down the sideline, dragged down just shy of the end zone.
Pass complete. Remington Curtis to Sam Hopkins.
Sam Hopkins from the 45 down inside the 5. Brewer bit on the fake, and Hopkins got behind him.
Yeah, well-designed play. They had an outside receiver just step back like it was a bubble screen. Brewer bit on that with the pump fake, and that just allowed Hopkins to just run a go route. He got 3 or 4 yards on the farthest defensive back for Brewer. And
movement up front here. Flag comes in. What side is it on? The Hawks. We're still in that spread formation on the 2-yard line. And they gained an extra yard out of it. 3 feet closer. First and goal on the 1 with $1:25 remaining in the first half. You saw after that penalty, some of the skill players leave the field of play and some of the bigger boys coming out here.
Yeah, this is where Hermon likes that straight T with one receiver. Split and a tight end on the weak side.
They bring in Largay. They give it to him up the middle, trying to push his way in. Brewer stands him up at the goal line. And did the ball come out? Yes, it did. Brewer comes out of the pile with the football. Carter Smith is holding it.
Carter Smith.
And it's a takeaway by the Witches with 59 seconds remaining in the first half.
I think they're discussing it because Hermon had also called a timeout, I believe.
Yeah, the referees in a complete huddle, all 5 of the striped shirts over there talking about it because we had both sidelines signaling different things.
Yeah, Brewer, 2 or 3 coaches instantly went out on the field. But I guess it depends on when his forward momentum stopped because he did get pulled back 3 or 4 yards from the initial contact.
Hermon still has their offense on the field, huddling right around the 20-yard line, and it is, in fact, Brewer ball, is it not? Wasn't that just the signal?
Play ruled complete. Ball will remain with Hermon.
No, so forward progress was stopped.
I think that was just the referee calling timeout Hermon.
Okay, so forward progress stopped at the 1. Still Hermon football, and second down coming up.
Either way, it was a good stand on that first play from Brewer to basically attack the middle of that Hermon offensive line where the ball went through. So expect Hermon maybe to run something to the outside on this.
Hawks are back out there on the field. 59 seconds remaining in this opening half, as you can see up there on the scoreboard. Bangor Tire Company has you covered from a lawnmower to a skidder. Since 1927, the best in tires and service. Find it at 514 Colebrook Road in Hamden. Call 947-6488. Turn and a give. This is Hopkins. He slips, he dives, and for the 3rd time tonight, Sam Hopkins is into the end zone. A hat trick for the Hawk back. He's carried the ball 6 times, and he scored on half of them. From 13, from 2, and now from 1. Hermon makes it 3 for 3 on scoring drives in the first half. And a chance to go up by 21 with 51 seconds remaining. So Sam Hopkins, 6 carries tonight for 3 touchdowns. He's also had 2 big receptions for 55 yards. Extra point is good. 21-0. Hermon in front. We'll take a timeout, and we'll come back for the conclusion of the first half. That's right after this on Ticket TV.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you, and with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities, and right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn is turning 2025 holdover season into their biggest RV savings event of the year. Shop luxury motorhomes, fifth wheels, campers, and compact travel trailers, all with can't-miss discounts and pricing. Or you can shop their huge selection of pre-owned RVs for even more savings. Plus, trade-ins are always welcome. Couples, families, and adventure lovers, this is your chance to downsize or upgrade and live the RV lifestyle at Harvey RV and Marine, just 6 minutes past Tractor Supply, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
The hands-on experience is such a crucial part of education, period.
The faculty are incredible. They work so hard to make sure that all their students have what they need to succeed.
There's all kind of opportunities, and I'm just very grateful knowing that I have a job lined up full-time when I graduate, and that is all thanks to coming to Husson.
Back here at Doyle Field, and Chris, while we were away during the break, the Hermon Hawks added a point because the Brewer Witches committed a penalty on the PAT that you were seeing right there. As they left the field, the referee started discussing things. That bumped up the 2-point try from the 2 to the 1. Hermon decided to go for it, and it was just a filthy route run on the outside by Griffin Dunton, losing his defender and hauling in the 2-point conversion wide open in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, they almost did an acrobatic catch because the ball looked like it was going to sail out of Curtis's hand and over his head, but he jumped straight up and caught it and landed on his back. Nice job by Dunton.
Ran the little dig route. I remember Julian Edelman running that one to perfection in the Super Bowl against the Seahawks to get open in the end zone. That's kind of what it looked like here tonight. Kickoff fielded by the Witches right around the 20. Turning up the sideline. And a decent return out across the 35. That's where the Witches will take over with 44 seconds remaining in this first half.
Return on the play by Asher Wall. Group tackle by Hermon.
Asher Wall on the return. .44 seconds remaining in this first half of play. Once again, coming up at the half, we will have highlights and first half stats, as well as a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule next week and what's coming up on the airwaves of 92.9 The Ticket, as well as some score updates from around the world of sports. Here's a give to Bragg Willett on first down, and he does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Injured Brewer player on the field. So the clock stops with half a minute remaining here in the first half. While we have a moment, let's throw that broadcast schedule up there now and take a peek at what's coming your way next week on Ticket TV. Also happening right now across the river in Bangor at Cameron Stadium. The Rams getting set to host the Wyndham Eagles. That game kicking off in about 5 minutes.
Still have a few moments.
Next week gets underway on Ticket TV on Wednesday night at the Pottle Sports Complex, Hermon High School, where the Hawk boys will host MDI, Class B soccer. Then Thursday night, right back at Pottle, once again at 6 for girls soccer between the #1 Hermon Hawks and the MDI Trojans. Whether playing or just watching, football and soccer can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hamden. Call 947-6488 or visit patspizzahamden.com. Carter Smith up and able to exit the field under his own power. Carter thought he had a fumble recovery on that last drive before it was eventually ruled that forward progress had been stopped on Largay, and Hermon held on to it to punch it in from a yard out. Clock once again winding, down to 20 seconds and counting in this first half. Wall turns and gives to Bragg Willett. He runs into traffic, and it's a short gain on what is likely the final play of this first half. Final seconds will tick off, and the Hermon Hawks, 5-0 for the year, head to the intermission with a 22-0 lead on the road here in Brewer. Don't go anywhere. The halftime show comes up next right here on Ticket TV.
As we recognize the
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18-month special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Back here at Doyle Field as we welcome you into the halftime show on Ticket TV. It's presented by the Furniture Gallery. Exciting news coming to Midcoast, Maine this fall. The Furniture Gallery has opened their 4th location at the Topsom Fair Mall with a long-standing presence in Bangor, Augusta, and Windham. Their team is ready to provide Topsom the same exceptional service and the quality furnishings and value you can trust. Let's get a shot of the University of Maine fan cam here to open up the halftime show on Ticket TV. Plenty of fans scattered around the grounds. And there you see some of the cheerleaders out on the field. The Brewer Youth Football just made their way off the field, getting honored here at the half. Let's get this halftime show underway by taking a look at the first half highlights. They're presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Gonna see a lot of Hermon Hawks running wild in this highlight reel. Sam Hopkins plunging in there for his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Yeah, you can see a lot of Sam Hopkins as well in these highlights.
We got more coming up right around the corner here at the half on Ticket TV. Coverage presented in part by Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning. For over 30 years, Bangor's best. Ask about their military and senior citizen discounts, open 7 to 7 7 days a week at 1001 Union Street in Bangor. Continuing on with some of the highlights from the first half. This isn't a replay of the replay we just saw. That's Sam Hopkins' second touchdown of the night. He has scored from 13, 2, and 1, and those two looked almost like carbon copies of each other.
Yeah, basically the same run. It was the same run and the same setup. Brewer over pursued a little bit. The hole was tight to the inside, and he just got back. And when you only have to go a couple yards, it's all you got to do is fall forward at that point.
Tackle for a loss there by the swarming Hermon defense.
You know, in the time of possession battle, we kind of talked about Brewer having to have the time of possession to keep Hermon off the field. Hermon's actually had, we talk about their explosive offense, but they've chewed up the clock a little bit. I mean, they've had a lot more possession.
Eli Wall dropping back, looking to pass, and I believe this is this is the nice pass completed up the sideline for the Witches in that first half. Cheerleaders entertaining the home crowd.
I think this is
Wall
the
rolling out
interception
again.
by Yo.
Yeah, look at Yo just taking it off the shoulder of Bragg Willett. That would set up the third scoring drive of the night for the Hawks. And this was that third scoring drive. We'll see it one more time. Sam Hopkins plunging into the end zone for his first half hat trick. We'll start right there with the first half numbers. Sam Hopkins has carried the ball 6 times for 56 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. He's also caught 2 passes for 55 yards in the first half. So Sam Hopkins doing what he does, over 100 yards all-purpose and 3 touchdowns in the opening half.
Yeah, not a bad first half for Sam to get him going.
Ethan Curtis completing 3 of 5 passes for 61 yards in that first half. Dylan Yo, 6 carries for 54 yards. He also has a reception for 23. And Justin Largay carried the ball a couple of times there. Griffin Dunton with 1 reception in the first half for the Hermon Hawks. For the Witches, Eli Wall, 3 of 6 through the air for 31 yards and an interception. Jackson Bragg Willett has carried the ball a ton in that first half, 13 times for 30 yards. Brody Muncie, a short catch for 6. Grady Cameron had that 18-yard reception that you saw at the half. Carter Smith and Caleb Smith, each with a carry for 3 yards. Halftime recap right there. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule this week, and I should say this weekend on Ticket TV. Kicking off right around now, the Bangor Rams hosting the Wyndham Eagles. Bangor looking for their first back-to-back wins of the year. 3-2 on the season, and then on to next week on Ticket TV. Wednesday and Thursday, a couple soccer matches from Hermon High School. The boys up first against MDI on Wednesday, followed by the girls on Thursday. Here's what's happening this weekend on the airwaves of 92.9 The Ticket. UMaine dropping the puck on the 25-26 season. The number 6 Black Bears welcoming Holy Cross to the Alphon tonight and tomorrow night. That game just getting underway at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, it's a main doubleheader on the ticket. Football at 1. Black Bears trying to run their win streak to 3 in a row at Merrimack. And then it's Maine hockey playing the second of 2 against Holy Cross. A quadruple header of NFL action on Sunday thanks to the 9:30 game over in London. Coverage begins at 9:15 a.m. between the Broncos and the Jets. Then in the 1 o'clock window, a couple of 4-1 teams, 49ers at Buccaneers. At 4:25, it's Joe Flacco trying to beat the Packers for the second time in a month with a second team.
Yeah, that's interesting for him to go to a rival like that in the Bengals.
The division, in the state, not even leaving the state of Ohio.
In the season.
And then Sunday night football at Arrowhead, the Lions, probably, at least for my money, the team that's looked most impressive since a Week 1 loss to Green Bay.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. You know, going to the Arrowhead, and that crowd can get it up there, and they'll be up for that game because it is the Lions and how well they're playing.
And the Chiefs trying to avoid a 2-4 start to the season. Coverage tonight on Ticket TV is brought to you in part by Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets. They're family-owned and operated since 2007 with 2 great locations, Route 2 in Hermon and Somerset Avenue in Pittsfield. We're also brought to you by AM Construction and Roofing. Protect your home from the top down with AM Construction and Roofing, serving Bangor, Machias, Ellsworth, Augusta, and beyond. Past customers earn $100 for referrals, and right now you can save $500 on any roofing project until the end of the year. You see some of the fans huddled up and trying to stay warm on a increasingly chilly night here at Doyle Field in Brewer. Second half is about 6 minutes away from getting underway. We will take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll set the table for half number 2. It's Hermon leading Brewer 22-0 at the break on Ticket TV.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darling's Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darling's Kia.
You'll do better at Darling's.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Black Bear Nation, it's football season. Join us for all the excitement of game day in Orono. For tickets to all Black Bear games, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-2327. Go Blue!
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Back here at Doyle Field in Brewer, Hermon Hawks back on the field, stretching things out. We're about 3 minutes away from getting the second half underway on this one. Ticket TV coverage is brought to you in part by Doors Equipment, your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all your equipment needs. Visit doorsequipment.com. At Hillside Athletics, they're passionate about sports and feature cutting-edge equipment to help you better your game. Visit hillsideathletics.com for a full list of equipment, services, and training packages. And the Fitch Company is where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters, all ready to meet varied engineering challenges. Just head to thefitchcompany.com. That's not a good sign for half number 2, Chris, if my mouth is starting to freeze up on us a little bit.
Yeah, the temperature dropped pretty quickly here.
2 minutes and 20 seconds until we kick off this second half. Mark Paulette and Chris Hoare on the call of this contest with the Hermon Hawks leading the Brewer Witches 22-0 at intermission. Chris, what do you have for some keys to the second half for both the Hawks and the Witches?
Well, it's going to start out with Hermon getting the ball as Brewer took the opening kickoff. So right from the bat, Hermon's going to try to establish what they did in the first half. There's no reason for them to change anything they've done. No reason to show anything different than they've done. No new plays because these games do get scouted. And if you're Brewer, it's an opportunity to reset the game. You start the second half. You're on defense this time. See if you can get a good shutdown, maybe a 3-and-out, maybe no more than 1 first down. Get the ball back. That's a win right there because they haven't been able to stop Hermon's offense here yet. So if they can stop them in the first series coming out, take that momentum and build them on the small things. You're not going to be able to get 22 points all in one possession. So if you're Brewer, you just got to take the small wins. Get the ball back on offense. Maybe open it up a little bit more with the pass. Be a little more pass happy here in the beginning, but make them short, quick outs, quick runs, quick pass plays. I'm not sure what their offense has for that. I believe they do have some quick pass plays. and then try to get a mix of, okay, run, pass a couple more times, maybe on downs, just anything to try and get the ball moving, and sustain any kind of drive. You got to get some points on the board. It's going to be big for morale. Whether you end up coming back and defeating Hermon, it's going to be a tough uphill battle, or not, you just need that. The points alone is going to bring, morale up.
Yeah, that's now 5 straight scoreless halves for the Brewer Witches, who were shut out in 2 straight entering this game tonight. And going back 3 weeks, it's only 8 points over their last 3.5 games to this point.
Brewer High School Sports Pep Band.
Brewer Pep Band entertaining fans at the half. Final 25 seconds ticking off the clock and getting ready for the third quarter here. Of course, the Hermon Hawks a couple of touchdowns away from pushing this one into running time, that 35-point margin in the second half.
The winning number tonight.
And they will be opening up the third quarter with possession because Brewer won the opening coin toss and elected to receive.
If you would please meet Ms. Smith at the bottom of the stairs to the press box, we would appreciate it. Again, pink ticket, 756-416.
The Hawks are out there and ready to get the second half underway. Brewer making their way onto the gridiron to join them. First time tonight that Brewer has kicked off. It'll be Caleb Smith, junior wide receiver, with the duties.
I think it's a cross breeze. I can't really tell. The flag's way down at the other end, and it's beyond my vision. But I think it's coming from Wilson Street to State Street in that direction.
There's the kick. Second half is underway. Retreating to collect it at the 30 and getting tackled right around there. Connor McAlpine.
Yeah, that's a former kick returner. That's the one thing they tell you not to do is to run from your line and go backwards to retreat, unless you're the guy. The 2 deep backs.
Once again, that winning ticket, 756-416. Please meet Senora Smith at the bottom of the stairs to the press box.
30-yard line is where the Hermon Hawks will begin this drive. Their 3 scoring possessions in the first half, 80, 65, and 66 yards. Spreading it out with 4 receivers wide. They give it to Yo up the middle. He is wrapped up quickly and never brought to the ground.
Looked like it was about ready to be a botched handoff. He didn't look like he got it cleanly from Curtis. Slowed the play development up a little bit.
Short gain of 1 for Yao to open up half number 2. Second and 9, just across the 30 here as Hopkins comes in motion. He'll get the hand on the sweep. Couple of blockers. He bounces it outside. Hopkins gets around the corner up to the 40. And he should have distance needed for the first down. Yes, he does, across the 40.
That's a tough play for a receiver because you have to stand there and stock block. And watch number 9 here, Connor McAlpine, do a great job sealing the corner and allowing Hopkins to get turned and up the field for positive yards.
Gain of 9 on his first carry of the second half. Just enough for the first down at the 40. Two in the backfield here, and it's a give to Hopkins, who runs right through wide open space across midfield for another first down gain.
And Grady Cameron.
Hopkins with a pickup of 13 on the first down run. Two carries for 22 yards here to open up the second half. Gives him 8 for 78 and 3 scores tonight. First and 10, just over midfield. Here's a counter give. It's Hopkins once again, and this time the Witches are all over him, dragging him down.
Hopkins. Brought down by Brandon Rivera and Jack Sprague-Willett.
And that appears to be the first negative play tonight for the Hermon Hawks, a loss of 1. Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales is home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan at Route 1 in Hancock, and Tim's Plumbing is where service is their specialty. For all your plumbing needs, it's Tim's Plumbing. Call 735-4969 or visit timsplumbingmaine.com. It's another gift to Hopkins as he tries to knife his way through the line and gets run over by a couple of Witches defenders after a short gain.
Jacoby Freeman.
Yeah, a couple different formations that Hermon didn't show in the first half.
Bickler.
They had 2 splits to this side, and number 57, I can't see him he's not on the roster that I can tell, number 57 for the uniform anyways. Set in like an H-back position.
Bunch formation at the top, and that's the direction that Curtis rolls. He is throwing it deep down the field, and the catch is broken up. A nice job defensively back there, and then some good sportsmanship on top of it as Cooper Charette got a hand in. Or was that Morgan Judkins?
It was a great look, and I thought he was going to catch it, but Brewer defender did a nice job of staying with it, knocking the ball out. You see him jump out and punch the ball out of his hands.
Yeah. Great play there by Charette.
Yeah.
4th and 10, and now it's decision time here for the Hawks. Do they punt it away on the plus side of midfield?
I don't know if they're really a punting team.
They don't look to be. 5 receivers split wide, 4 of them at the top.
Yeah, and then Brewer was in punt return formation. They have to sprint up, and it's a wheel route by
Curtis. Keeps it, he runs for it, and he slides down across the line to gain. Yes, it is. Needed 10, picked up 11.
We said he doesn't do a lot of running.
And Kane Cooks and Goodrich.
But you can tell he can do it. He's got some speed, smart and aware of where the first down yardage was, and then slid down.
Second time tonight that he's kept it. First down pickup there on 4th and long to keep the drive alive. The Farmer's Table is your stop for home-style cooking, just like Mom makes it at 15 Stetson Road in Corinna. There's that Teve backfield. They're passing out of it, and they're looking deep. Airing it out down the sideline into traffic and incomplete. Yao was down there, as was Tyler Corson.
Pass on the play, broken up by Brandon
Yeah, they
Rivera.
flooded the zone with 2 receivers, but the problem was the receivers were 2 inches apart from each other, and they both went for the ball, and they basically one became a defensive back on the other. And that's what happens when you run to the short side of the field.
Yo was in there trying to catch it. Almost looked like his interception in the first half, having to take it away from a defender. 2nd and 10. About 3.5 minutes into this opening drive of the third quarter. Turn and a give to Hopkins. He bends around 1 in the backfield, slips through a 2nd, and then gets dragged down. Brewer player had a hold of the jersey.
Sam Hopkins on the carry.
But Sam Hopkins
Held
able
up by
to
Kane Cooks and Goodrich.
turn what looked like a loss into a positive gain.
Yeah, if you're Brewer, you really gotta stay in good pursuit angles because Hopkins is a cutback runner, as you've seen on his touchdown runs and on that run there, especially to that sweep play when he's coming out of the T formation. He's looking to turn as soon as he gets past the tight ends box on the end of the line. He's not looking to go to the sideline with it. He's looking for that straight alley, basically up the hash marks.
5th carry of the drive for Hopkins. Split out wide with 3 receivers at the top. Yo in the backfield next to Curtis. He takes the snap and rolls to his right, squares the shoulders and throws it outside to the sticks. Catch is made.
Pass complete from Ethan Curtis to Owen Lang.
Owen Lang on the receiving end, his 2nd reception tonight.
Right at the sticks.
Right there.
Out of bounds by Cooper Charette.
We need a measurement.
Oh,
nope.
They gave it to him.
It's a gain of 7 and a first down. 4th completion of the night for Curtis, the 2nd to Lang. Fifth catch of the year for Owen, and a fresh set of downs now for the Hawks. Knowlton Automotive is a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center, family-owned and operated. They provide Guaranteed service at a fair price, $32.97 Broadway in Kenduskeag. Here's a hand to Yo, and he is into the second level, lowering the shoulder and dragged down inside the 10-yard line. Dylan Yao ripping off another big gain for the Hermon Hawks.
See, a lot of teams try to establish something early, whether it's their run or their pass, inside run, outside run, their short passing game. Hermon likes to establish everything right off the bat. They're going to try and get all their weapons with the ball, and you're seeing here again in the second half. They've passed the ball, they've run jet sweep, they've run inside, they've run all their gamuts of plays trying to establish everything. And when you can get that kind of offense, it's so hard to defend. You don't know if as a defensive coordinator, okay, I'm going to take away the inside run, and they run outside. It's a lot of stuff that's hard.
Motion man here, counter play in the backfield. It's a give to Yo up the middle, and a flag flies as he's dragged down around the 5-yard line.
Flag on the play.
Have to wait and see why there's laundry on the field. American-made home goods located at 36 Springer Drive in the Rennie's Plaza is where you can explore their incredible selection of USA-made products. From handcrafted woodwork, not handcrafted woodwork, to homemade healthy snacks. They feature artisan goods from all 50 states. AMHE works where American-made matters. And if you're hungry after the game, swing by the back alley bar and restaurant inside the Family Fun Bowling Center where good times roll, and so do the bowling balls. Find them at 15 Hilder Street in Bangor or online at thebackalleyrestaurant.com. Penalty against the Hawks backs them up. 1st and goal from the 17-yard line. Curtis will look to throw, rolling to his right. He throws it out on the sideline. It's another grab by Lang, getting about halfway home. From the 17 down to the 6, so better than halfway. Makes it 2nd and goal.
We haven't really mentioned either on the Hermon skill players, I should say, as I try to get it out. My lips are frozen here. They don't drop balls either.
No.
The receivers don't drop balls, and he delivers balls right to where they can catch it. He's not inaccurate by any means, which is impressive for a high school quarterback.
Yeah, entering tonight, completing better than 54% of his passes, which in this state is an impressive number.
And they're not little dump screen passes or checkdowns. I mean, they're legit.
Sam Hopkins receives the pitch and powers his way into the end zone for the 4th time tonight. Sam Hopkins, 28, Brewer, nothing. Have another look at the latest score from 6 yards out. Touchdown runs of 13, 2, 1, and 6 yards. So Sam Hopkins with 4 more scores tonight. And that's his season average. Now it's 16 total touchdowns. Well, little less than, but 16 total touchdowns now through 5.5 games. So he's got another quarter and a half to up those numbers. 29-0. Hermon is in front, and that drive lasts almost half of the third quarter. 5.5-minute scoring drive.
The varsity will host Old Town next
which
Friday.
Is just another part of this impressive Hermon attack.
Recognition night.
You see a lot of teams with an offense as potent as them. It's quick scoring drives. It's something you were talking about in the first half, that they are also able to just churn out long drives, take half a quarter off the clock at a time, and just not give the opposition a chance.
It's almost like you're toying with the defense a little bit. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, and I don't believe that's what they're doing. It's just the way their offense sets. If they want to get a 25-yard pass off in a big chunk and let it go, they're going to do it. The next play, they may run an inside tackle counter and get 2 yards. And then it's just the way their play calling is. It's not set for big plays. Big plays just happen because they have great athletes and they execute well.
Yeah, if they need to cover 75 yards in 3 plays, they can do it. Or if they want to be a bit more methodical and churn out a 15-play drive, they can do that as well. It's about the only thing to go sideways for the Hawks tonight. That kick straight out of bounds, trying to pooch another one in between the levels of returners, and that will give the Witches solid starting field position. From new constructions to remodels, RT Electrical does it all. Owner Ryan Trabeau is licensed and fully insured. He's a master electrician Ready to take on your residential or commercial work, plus generators, lighting, and EV chargers like RT Electrical on Facebook, or call 694-1564 today. So Brewer head coach Fred Lauer opting for the re-kick, because as we've seen, Hermon has been trying to pooch it, so not bad thinking here. You do another one of those, and Brewer's right up around midfield.
Yeah, they haven't shown that they want to kick it deep. One impressive stat for a high school kicker, which you don't see that happen a lot, is field goal attempts or anything.
Yeah.
But even PATs, it's not an easy kick. Ethan Garner was 16 for 19 coming into the game. He hasn't missed today either.
Nope.
That's impressive. He's a freshman, I believe.
Yeah. Now 19 for 22 for the year, and look at that. He's got a leg in him. Booting it down to the 20 after the restart. That's where the Witches will field it, and a good return gets them back up to midfield. So just like Coach Lauer drew it up.
Brought down by number 70, Jacob Hobart.
Grady Cameron on the return. Maybe the spark that the Witches needed. First and 10, ball at midfield here. 6:24 remaining in the first half. Auto Radiator Services has been serving the greater Bangor area for over 50 years for general maintenance, repairs, and specialty services like remote car starters. Call 942-4554 or stop by at 568 Hammond Street in Bangor. Wall motions Bragg Willett to his right hip. High snap pulled down and a give to Bragg Willett. And that high snap allowed the Hermon Hawks to get into the backfield and drag him down at the line of scrimmage.
And Tyler Slate.
First carry of the second half for Bragg Willett, his 14th of the evening. No gain on the play. Want to look and feel your best at Mainstay Skincare? Dr. Shannon Allen blends medical precision with an artistic touch, helping you achieve natural, lasting results. Visit 12 Schumann Avenue, Suite 7 in Augusta, or online at mainstayskincare.com. Mainstay Skincare, where the science of beauty is perfected. Wall looks to throw, goes short, catch made, nice turn, and a first down for the Witches. Pickup of 11.
That's that quick passing game that they're running out of their spread formation, which spreads the Hermon defense out. Good little stop route or hitch route.
Quick turn made there by Grady Cameron on the receiving end. His second catch of the night. 2 catches for 31 yards for Grady. Brewer across midfield inside the 40 as they get ready for this first down snap. Again, a high one. Wall pulls it down, and he's looking to run. Not sure if that was the design or a bit of a broken play. Lifted up in the air, slammed to the ground. The Brewer sideline wants a penalty.
Brought down by Jacob Burson.
And none flying as we have another look. Jeez.
Yeah, he's lifting the whole pile up.
Slammed down to the ground. That was some heavy lifting shown off by, I believe, Tyler Slate, junior defensive end for the Hermon Hawks. He had all of Eli Wall in the air. Just the second time tonight that Wall has kept it. Three receivers to the near side. 4 in the formation for the Witches. Wall in the shotgun. Claps his hands and receives the snap. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield. Throwing and completing it to Charette along the sideline.
From Eli Wall to Cooper Charette. Knocked out of bounds.
Gain of about 6. Should set up 3rd and 4. Second catch of the evening for Charette, his 9th of the season. Third down and 4, spotted on the 34-yard line. They have to get just inside the 30 for the first down, but not quite a full yard. So 3rd and about 4.5 here.
And kind of what I talked about coming at a halftime breaks is Brewer getting a quick passing game together. They've run a couple times, but they're doing this drive mostly with the pass.
Finding some pockets in the Hermon defense. Here's a give to Bragg Willett up the middle, and a big hole opened up by that passing attack. Bragg Willett all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
By Tyler Corson.
And that's what that passing game is set up. Now they got some space. They've spread Hermon out a little bit. Now they can run inside.
Pickup of 11 for Bragg Willett. That is by far his longest run of the night. Previous long had been 5 yards. "15 carries for 41 yards unofficially for the Brewer back, number 6. Fresh set of downs for the Witches on the 24, trying to score for the first time in a long time. Ball gives it to Bragg Willett. He's got nowhere to go this time, running right into the defensive line.
Brought down by Noah Romsberg.
Yeah, and Hermon was coming right from the bat on that one, and he just ran into the blitz that they had onto the right side of the offensive line.
Looking for trucks or heavy equipment? Hilder Street Auto and Equipment, located at 2209 Route 2, is your one-stop shop. From skid steers to bulldozers to dump trucks and excavators, buy, rent, or consign with confidence. Call 951-1514 or visit hilderstreetauto.com today. Bunch pistol look for the Witches as they break the huddle. And now Willett into the more traditional shotgun formation off of Wall's left hip. He's looking to throw it. He's got an open man in the flat, but the ball just barely gets there. The pass is complete to Brandon Rivera, but I'm not sure they gained all that much out of the play.
Yeah, the ball kind of floated out on him a little bit. He didn't get the zip on it that would have helped release Rivera after he caught it. He had to slow up and turn his back to the ball. Back to the sideline, I should say.
Short gain of 2. Rivera with his first catch of the night. He entered as Brewer's leading receiver. Now 12 catches for 144 yards this season. One of the few times I won't need a calculator to figure out the average. Elementary school multiplication tables coming in handy as Wall keeps it as the ball punch free. Did Hermon jump on top of it in a pile of orange jerseys? We got to get to the bottom. And it's Hermon football.
Recovered by Porter Flanders.
Yeah, he ran like he was a quarterback there. The old dangerous running it, not tucking it, holding it out in your arms.
Porter Flanders with the recovery as we have another look. It was a nice run initially there by Wall. Looked like he had some space to operate within, but fumbling it after a 5-yard pickup.
And there's that drive ending in a turnover, costly turnover. They had some momentum.
Keeping it here on the first play of the drive for the Hawks goes Dunton around the edge.
Carry on the play by Griffin Dunton.
Dunton with a gain of 7 out to the 26-yard line. First carry tonight for Griffin. It's his 15th rushing attempt of the season. He also has a catch tonight for 6 yards. Here's a give to Yo to the outside. He's got the first down and a couple more.
Carry on the play by Dylan Yao. Tackle by Morgan Judkins.
Give him 5 on that last carry. 77 yards on 9 attempts rushing the ball for Yo to go with a 23-yard reception. First and 10 on the 31. Likely the final play of the third quarter unless it results in a clock stoppage.
We haven't seen Hopkins touch the ball in about 3 plays, so it's about time. Oh, there it is.
Here's a give to Hopkins, just as Chris called it, up the middle, but a flag flies after a nice gain on first down.
On the carry.
Let's see what the penalty is. Burgers for you, biscuits for Bowser, Maniac Snack Shack, and Sniff and Snack, because best friends snack together. Find both in Levant and on Facebook. Tasty treats for humans and hounds. Holding the call there against the Hawks. Clock winds, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Eventually. That is the end of 3 here at Doyle. Hermon adds a touchdown on the board. And after 3, it's Hermon 29, Brewer 0. The fourth quarter comes up next on Ticket TV.
One last time, JV.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
When it comes to repairing or replacing your windshield, Novus is the clear choice in glass repair. Locally owned and operated at 499 Hammond Street, we offer free mobile service in the greater Bangor area, as well as shuttle service during bad weather. We can come to your home, workplace, or anywhere you are. Novus is a preferred service provider by all insurance companies, and we can cover up to $100 of your insurance deductible. Whether it's repairing or replacing your windshield, door glass, mirror, or your rear window glass, you can count on Novus to be where you are when you need us the most. Call Novus today.
We've got a 100-year-old company here, and it's because of the service, the quality, and the experience. It gets done right.
I think we've been doing it for so long. The only thing that we do, that when we walk into a room, we automatically know how to treat that window. We can take any product that the customer's looking for and make it work in just about any situation that they present us with. So
there's no reason to be overwhelmed when we can help you through it.
We're not going anywhere. We've been around for 100 years.
Back here, fourth quarter underway, and it got going with a 26-yard completion up the sideline. Ethan Curtis to Griffin Dunton. Great job by Dunton, the receiver in the air, to kind of adjust to the throw, come back, and bring it down.
Yeah, the wind might have affected that one. It had a little wobble to it, and as the receiver, you kind of have an advantage because you know where you're trying to go to, and the defensive backs are trying to follow you. And he made a great adjustment, went up at a high point, and got it.
2 catches for 32 yards tonight for Dunton. 12 receptions for the year. Give to Yo up the middle. Pushing the pile to midfield, where it looked like there was not 3 yards to be had.
Yeah, another high snap. I think that makes the handoff a little tougher, especially as quick as that play is supposed to happen. It's almost like a trap play. Hopkins comes over from that right or the left side of the quarterback and does a kick-out block, and if that high snap happens, everything gets thrown off, including the handoff to Yao, who did a great job of getting it and getting the tough 3 yards.
Score update from the new and improved Alfond Arena. 58 seconds remaining in period number 1. Maine Hockey leading Holy Cross 1-0 thanks to a first period goal from Thomas Pachette. Bodie Nobes with an assist. Here it's Curtis looking to throw, and now he tucks it down. He's going to keep it with running room to the edge and a first down. A nice run up near the 40-yard lines where he goes out of bounds. First down carry for the QB.
Like you said, very heady quarterback. He's smart. He gets down. He slides like you don't see many high school quarterbacks slide. They want to get the extra yards. He wants to stay alive for the next play. You can tell, and coaches have coached him up well. That case, he just got the first down and got out of bounds.
8-yard pickup on his third carry of the night. So entering tonight, Ethan Curtis had only attempted 5 rushing attempts this season. Tonight he's carried the ball 3 times for 23 yards unofficially.
And kudos to Brewer. That was good pass coverage.
Tight formation here for the Hawks. It's a pitch to Hopkins coming around the right edge. He cuts it upfield, and he's got running room in front of him. Oh, boy, but there's laundry on the field. Sam Hopkins jogs in for what he believes to be his 5th touchdown of the night, but he looks up at the sky as he sees some yellow on the gridiron.
Yeah, I think they had a hold on Largay on the outside and on the defensive back for Brewer.
Take another look at it here on the replay, coming right at you, number 57.
Yeah.
The guilty party. Although
it wasn't.
He was kind of the one that got tossed to the ground, really.
Right.
Saw a little bit of a jersey tug in there.
Yeah, once the arms get outside, the shoulder pads a little bit on the outside blocking.
You're
going to call that a lot.
As a former wide receiver who, granted, didn't have too much on-field time, but that's one of the things they teach you. You got to stay inside the collarbone, because the second those hands slip outside, whether you're doing it legally or not, it's an easy call for the referee.
Yeah, and you can get away with it on the inside. It happens all the time if you're an interior lineman. But when you're outside and you get an official right there on the sideline watching your arms and there's not like 7 other people around you.
So a spot foul wipes out about a 40-yard touchdown. 1st and 12 now, looking to throw, firing it over the middle, going up to make the catch and then hanging on through a stick from a Brewer defender, Griffin Dunton, with a nice grab.
That's the first time we've seen a route like that where it's been an outside to in. That was a slam pattern. Most of the stuff they're flushing guys to the outside and they're running up the sideline. Something a little different from Hermon there, and it was a great quick pass and a even better catch.
2 catches on the drive for Dunton, 3 for the evening. From Friday Night Lights to the roar of the soccer crowd, Sweet Frog is your go-to game day treat. Stop by 878 Sweet Bee, Stillwater Avenue in Bangor to pile on the fun with froyo and ice cream and all your favorite toppings. Sweet Frog, where sports and sweets always win. Curtis flips it to Hopkins. He'll try the other sideline, and he explodes through the first level, down the sidelines, inside the 25 for a first down run. Not quite a 40-yard touchdown, but still a decent
pickup. He had a lot of blockers out in front of him, and he saw that little seam, and then he had a second gear right here.
Pickup of about 21 up that sideline.
Tackle on the play by Cooper Charette.
Sam Hopkins now over the century mark tonight to go with those 4 rushing scores. He's also caught 2 passes for 55 yards, doing a little bit of everything. Curtis rolling to his right, looking to throw, airing it out, and going up to make the catch. Just dragged down by the shoelaces. Tyler Corson, the Hermon tight end.
Tyler Corson, brought down on the play by Brody Muncie.
You have to give it to, and we've kind of raved about them all game long, but they're Hermon athletes. They go out and get the ball. They don't let the ball come to them. Well coached.
Corson with the grab, another completion for Curtis. Curtis 8 of 12 throwing the ball tonight. 1st and goal here for the Hawks. Now under center. A couple of backs behind him. Curtis turns and counter. It's a give to Dunton. Dunton spilled out just shy of the 5.
Carry by Griffin Dunton.
A lot of movement there for a short gain.
Yeah, we saw that last week in the Old Town game. They call it a crisscross or a counter crisscross, where they hand it to one back going one direction who turns and hands it on the inside to the other back. If it's not executed well, it can be a train wreck in the backfield when they both hit each other and two running backs are laying down on the balls in the middle between them.
Griffin Dunton, his 2nd rushing attempt tonight to go with 3 receptions. And he now has 13 catches, 15 rushing attempts for the year. Evenly split between ground and through the air. Curtis rolling to his left, trying to bootleg out. He keeps it and gets inside the 5.
Group tackle by the Witches.
The other thing you can talk about, too, that we really haven't said a lot about is the offensive line. You know, they don't get enough credit for Hermon. They're strong, they're athletic. They stay on their blocks. These skilled players, no matter how good you are, if you don't have a good line in front of you, you're not going to do anything.
Gain of 2 sets up 3rd and goal from the 3. That being said, I would have to imagine this is 2-down territory for the Hermon Hawks.
Well, they didn't punt when they had it on the 40-yard line here earlier. No,
it's a give around the edge, and Dunton strings it out wide enough to get into the end zone. For the first time tonight, it's not Sam Hopkins crossing the goal line for the Hermon Hawks. And I believe that will bring us to running time with the scoreline. Now 35-0 in favor of the Hawks. Griffin Dunton, a 3-yard score on his 3rd carry of the night. And now 4 for 4 on PATs.
Extra point
is the Hermon freshman kicker.
Your score is now Hermon 36, Brewers 0.
36-0. Hermon here in Brewer. Let's take a timeout, and we're back for the second half of the final quarter right after this on Ticket TV.
Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn is turning 2025 holdover season into their biggest RV savings event of the year. Shop luxury motorhomes, fifth wheels, campers, and compact travel trailers, all with can't-miss discounts and pricing. Or you can shop their huge selection of pre-owned RVs for even more savings. Plus, trade-ins are always welcome. Couples, families, and adventure lovers, this is your chance to downsize or upgrade and live the RV lifestyle at Harvey RV and Marine, just 6 minutes past Tractor Supply, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
Back here at Doyle Field, 36-0. The Hawks in front of the Brewer Witches. Be running time after this kick is fielded right around the 20. Up through the middle. Nice return there by the Witches. Out across the 40. Seven and a half and counting to play tonight at Doyle Field. The Hermon Hawks cruising toward a 6th win to start off the season, remaining as one of the unbeatens in Class C. In their recent games, 36-8, 35-0, 38-14, 36-0. It's been a while since a team has hung with the Hermon Hawks, and those teams at the beginning of the year were Foxcroft Academy and Wells, 2 games that I'm not sure a lot of people at that time expected Hermon to come out of with W's.
Yeah, their schedule, based on records of opponents, got a little bit easier after those first 2 games.
It has been a very impressive start to the season for Hermon. Now deep into the midfield. There's a pass complete by Wall, running up the sideline, and finally tackled out of bounds over there. Gotta see who that was. Oh, but there's a flag to spoil the excitement for the Witches as Brody Muncie was on the receiving end. Now, I can't tell you what the full acronym of TIPS means off the top of my head, but I think that P is penalties, right? So that's one of the instances that stops the clock.
Yep.
Timeout, injury, penalty, score?
Pulling
Is
off
that the S?
Yeah, they're pulling off the flag here.
Nope, they wave it off, so it's a
Brewer first down. There is no foul on the play.
big completion there for Wall and the Witches, their longest of the night. From right around the 42 down to about the 40 or 39-yard line, so a healthy pickup. Looking to throw it again. Ball goes over the middle, and that one off the hands of his intended target.
Pass intended for Brody Muncie. Ball's incomplete.
Yeah, a little quick play action, quick slant, little cross action in the backfield, fake handoff, and one receiver running a quick slant, and he just got behind him.
Brody Muncie, a couple of catches tonight for 24 yards. And that now makes him Brewers' leading receiver for the year, 12 catches. Up around $164. Bragg Willett motions to Wall's left hip. Motion man for the Witches. High snap. He gets it on the sweep. It's Muncy trying to cut it upfield, and he gets through the congestion.
Carry on the play by Brody Muncy.
Down near the 25-yard line, the 35-yard line.
That's a tough run by Muncy because there was nowhere to go. Hermon did a great job stringing it out and actually had more defensive players there. He just saw a little slither of light and exploded through the hole and got positive yards. That what something could have been a negative play.
Gain of 7 there. First carry tonight for Muncy. His 8th rushing attempt of the season. Third down and 3. Snap to Wall, a give around the edge, running the other way, and dragged down right near the sticks is Grady Cameron.
Carry on the play by Brady Cameron.
He must be just short because I heard the jumbo call from the Brewer sideline.
I couldn't really tell with the headphones on. I was hoping they weren't saying field goal because that'd been a bomb.
That would be something.
The jumbo field goal thing kind of ringing through my ears there. That's a slow developing play for a couple of yards. That's the hard part about a play like that. But I see why you're running. It's not something you would expect at that point.
4th and less than a yard here for the Witches. Just trying to get something positive out of this one. Brewer's been shut out in back-to-back contests coming into tonight. A turn and a give to Bragg Willett, and he should have the half-yard necessary as he dives inside the 25-yard line. Although that marker is just inside the 25.
Looks like they're giving it to him.
That's enough.
And Tyler Slate.
Bragg Willett with the yard necessary for the first down.
Play results in a Witches first down.
4th carry of the second half, 17th of the game for Bragg Willett. For over 40 years, Union Street Towing has been serving the greater Bangor area. They feature tow trucks, flatbed towing, recovery services, and roadside services such as lockouts and jump starts. Fully licensed and insured. Call Union Street Towing at 942-4200. Wall's looking to throw. He's airing it out, and this one is broken up. The only thing that saved that from being a Griffin Dunton interception was the fact that he ran into his teammate, Caleb Keyser.
Yeah, and Muncy did a great job of trying to play defensive back at that point because he was out of the position to be the receiver. That's a tough pass against double coverage, and that's basically what it was. It's zone coverage, but the safety was cheating to that side because he only had one receiver in the route.
Referees talking things over. Did we have we have a flag on the field. That's why the clock is stopped.
That clock is. Mine's not. Oh, here we go.
Coming over to the Brewer sideline to explain to Coach Lauer what happened there. Support your local student athletes this fall with Bucksport Hannaford. They're proud to cheer on their community's teams and help make their season a success. Hannaford, proud to be part of the community. Ticket TV also brought to you by Mainly Audio. Is your car still living in the 90s? Upgrade to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with Mainly Audio. Visit them at 191 Beachland Road in Ellsworth or call 667-9777 because your car deserves a smart upgrade. They pick up that flag?
Yeah.
Wave it off. 3 minutes remaining in this one. Brewer looking for their first score in 3 games. Swing pass here. That was actually a lateral, so it's a rushing attempt here for Bragg Willett.
Brought down by Dylan Yao.
Gain of 1. Bangor Mall Cinemas has been Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. They feature luxury recliners and upgraded food menu. Find showtimes and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. And call Novus Auto Glass today to get your windshield repaired or replaced. Reach them at 945-6688. 3rd and 9. Ball on the Hermon 23. It's a give to Bragg Willett up the middle. Stutter step. Patient running there for the Brewer back. He's down just shy of the 15. Close to a first down. Got a timeout on the field with 1:53 remaining ahead of this fourth down attempt by the Witches. Fourth and 2 after a gain of 7. Bangor Window Shade and Drapery offers custom blinds, shades, drapery, and outdoor awnings at 105 Main Street in Bangor. It's Brewer coach Fred Lauer want to talk this one over. Chris, how crucial is this drive for the Witches just with the way their season's going? Not for tonight's game, but a team that's been shut out in 2 straight games, only scored 8 the one before that, and this year is averaging less than 10 points per game.
Well, it's really important because it's the end of the game. It's the last series. Most likely their offense is going to be on, and you want to carry some momentum out of this. And all week long as you prep for your next team, I'm not sure who they play next, but you can run these clips. You can run the positive stuff that happens at the end of this. You don't have to run the rest of the game. You lived it. They're learning moments from it. I'm sure they'll teach from it on film. But the offensive success here in this last drive can carry a lot through the week, especially a tough week of practice.
You ask, and Kim Mitchell answers. We'll show you the upcoming schedules here, beginning with the Hermon Hawks. They host Nokomis next Friday night at 7, followed by a trip to Levitt on the 24th. Here's what Brewer has coming up next week. They're hosting Old Town, a team we saw last week beat Hamden Academy, who Brewer beat earlier this year, so I'm not quite sure what that...
Old Town was an impressive team last week, other than the little letdown after halftime to allow Hamden to get some life to get back into that game.
Trip to Foxcroft on the 24th. Flag flies as Brewer snaps it on 4th down, and the pass is broken up. We'll see what the penalty is.
It was in the backfield, so that's usually most of the time it's a holding call.
Yeah, that should spell the end of this drive for the Witches. Tonight's coverage presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Once again, a legal formation, the call against the Witches. And that's going to mean a turnover on downs as the penalty is declined, and Hermon takes over with 1:46 remaining.
Penalty is declined. Ball changes on downs. First down, Hermon.
Tonight's game also presented by Darlings in Bangor. They have you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models are used of all makes. You can visit darlings.com. Also presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions at 942-2226.
Hermon just getting into we call the victory formation.
Yep.
Just looking to take a knee.
Kneel down time tonight for the Hawks. Running clock. And about 90 seconds away from improving to 6-0.
Taken by Ethan Curtis.
Ticket TV presented by Northeast Driving School, the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. Also presented by Eastern Maine Community College at EMCC. Every student has a story. Some are just beginning, others starting a new chapter. Wherever you are, your future can start at emcc.edu. And this broadcast brought to you by Praise Auto Sales. Looking for your next ride? Praise on Outer Broadway has you covered. Guaranteed lowest prices every day. No waiting for a sale. Over 40 years of trust, integrity, and dependability. Visit PraiseAutoSales.com today. One more kneel down, and this one will go final.
Reminder, Brewer and Hermon JV.
There is that final kneel down, and the Hermon Hawks moved to 6-0 with a 36-0 shutout. Their second shutout victory of the year, and for the Brewer Witches, they get shut out for a third straight game. Final seconds ticking off the clock here, but we can cut away with this one because it has gone final. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show comes up right around the corner on Ticket TV.
Please drive home safely.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you, and with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities, and right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a Deere. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family-owned and operated since 1994.
Now open, Darling's Ford Commercial Vehicle Center, 80 Haskell Road in Bangor. Servicing almost all makes and models of medium and heavy-duty trucks and RVs, from half-tons to vehicles weighing up to 75,000 pounds. Our factory-trained technicians and dedicated service bays are here to keep your wheels on the road. Schedule service now at darlingsford.com. Call 992-1691 or stop in today. You'll do better at Darling's.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
We are back here at Doyle Field in Brewer. You see the score that has gone final. Hermon 36, Brewer 0. The Hermon Hawks now 6-0 on the season, and the Witches fall to 2-4, a fourth consecutive defeat. Welcome into the McDonald's postgame show. Extra value meals are officially back at McDonald's. They're making the bold move to put value back on the menu so you can save when you make your favorites a meal. Whether you love the Big Mac, crave the Quarter Pounder with cheese, or can't get enough McNuggets, there's a value meal for you. Stop by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street, Bangor, as well as Wilson Street and Brewer to find offers you won't want to miss. Let's get the post-game show underway with a look at the highlights. They're presented by Next Home Experience.
Your local family.
Well, the replays don't seem to want to. They don't want to cooperate at this point. The replays want to go home. They're cold. There they are. There's one of the 4 touchdowns tonight scored by Sam Hopkins on the ground. Sam now has a cool 16 for the season. 11 on the ground, 5 through the air. He had, oh boy, where are we? 164 total yards tonight. And quick math, that puts him up over 1,000 total yards for the year to go with those 16 touchdowns. That's all right. The replays don't want to go, so we will skip over that portion of the post-game show. Replays are presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. You can get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Time now for the play of the game, and we'll say it's that one we just showed you because it was one of the 4 Sam Hopkins touchdowns. Unless we have his 4th. here for... Look at that. This replay wants to work. There goes Sam Hopkins crashing into the end zone for a 4th score tonight. We might have some more replays to show you here. Long ball by the Witches down the sideline and near interception by the Hermon Hawks. And here is our play of the game. One more time, maybe. There it is, Sam Hopkins around the edge and into the end zone to cap off a 4-score night. The play of the game presented by Quirk Auto Group. And when you score 4 touchdowns on Ticket TV, you are also our player, Chris. You got any problems with awarding that to Mr. Hopkins?
Not at all, and if you want some highlights, just envision him doing that 3 other times.
There you go, Sam Hopkins.
All his touchdowns were, I believe, of the shorter realm, but he had some big runs to get, chunk runs to get him down in that area.
13, 2, 1, and 6 is where Hopkins scored from. All told tonight, 13 rushing attempts for 109 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also had 2 receptions for 55 yards. Sam Hopkins, our Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center player of the game. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. All right, let's take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule into next week. Another game happening on Ticket TV right now. That one's still going on. Well, probably right around the half, about an hour old, between the Bangor Rams and the Wyndham Eagles over at Cameron Stadium in Bangor. Jim and Ernie on the call there. Next week gets underway Wednesday night. Back-to-back trips up to Pottle Field in Hermon. Boys soccer on Wednesday at 6, where the Hawks host MDI. And then it's the number 1 Hermon girls hosting the Trojans Thursday night at 6. Score to pass along from up at the Alfond about 6+ minutes into the second period, and UMaine has doubled their lead, now leading Holy Cross 2-0. Mentioned Thomas Pichette with the first goal of the game, and Justin Poirier with the second. So some new faces getting in on the act for the Black Bears. Jason Lipinski with one of the assists. He was one of the transfers making their way into the Black Bears this year. William Girior, I probably butchered the pronunciation of that last name, but another assist tonight for the Black Bears. Here's what's coming up this weekend on 92.9 The Ticket, Maine Sports Leader. That's where you can catch that Maine hockey game right now to its conclusion. Tomorrow, it's a Maine Athletics doubleheader. Football at 1 at Merrimack as the Black Bears look for their 3rd win in a row, followed by Maine versus Holy Cross, game number 2 at 7. And then it is a quadruple header of NFL action on Sunday, beginning with the game from London at 9:30 a.m. Broncos against the Jets. At 1 o'clock, it's a pair of 4-1 teams, the 49ers against the Bucks, both of whom are kind of the walking wounded at this point. I saw today that the Buccaneers ruled out Chris Godwin, Mike Evans obviously still out, Bucky Irvin out for that game. And I believe, at last check anyways, Mac Jones is still QB1 out in San Francisco for an injured Purdy.
Purdy was listed again, so Jones is playing well.
3-0. Kyle Shanahan finally has his guy all these years later. And Sunday Night Football from Arrowhead rounds out the quadruple header. Coverage begins at 7:30 between the 4-1 Lions and the 2-3 Chiefs. Only thing left to do now from here at Doyle is give credit to our Ticket TV crew around the grounds. It was Max Pottle whipping some stuff up. Oh, our graphics are
kind of skeleton crew.
Being a little wonky. Skeleton crew, there we go. And we actually had to move some pieces around. So Kim Mitchell was directing and producing. Max Pottle whipped up the graphics earlier today. RJ Novio did not get to enjoy the comforts of inside the press box on this chilly night. We had to move him outside to be our camera operator, and we had to put the scoreboard laptop in front of my broadcast partner, Chris Hoare, who I would say did quite an excellent job over the course of this one.
Well, it was a refresher. It's a lot to look at, and you're paying attention to that, not the game, but it got better as the game went on, I think. So
double duty for you here tonight at Doyle, and the Hermon Hawks now 6-0 this season after a 36-0 victory over the Brewer Witches. This has been high school football on Ticket TV.
High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a Deere. Darlings Auto Group. You'll do better at Darlings. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College. One college, many possibilities. Visit emcc.edu. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Angelo's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Bucksport Hannaford, Mainly Audio, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Husson University, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. High school sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket.